The Invisible Mom. As a mother of four, I've experienced the feeling of being an invisible mom at times. When I looked at my children, though my treasured gifts from God, it all is so worth it. It started to happen gradually. One day I was walking with my son Aaron to school. I was holding his hand and we were about to cross the street when the crossing guard said to him, "Who is that with you?" "Nobody," he shrugged. "Nobody." The crossing guard and I laughed. My son is only 5, but as we crossed the street, I thought, "Oh my goodness, nobody?" I would walk into a room and no one would notice. I would say something to my family like, "Turn the TV down, please," and nothing would happen. Nobody would get up or even make a move for the remote. I would stand there for a minute and then I would say again, a little louder, "Would someone turn the TV down?" Nothing. Just the other night, my husband and I were out at a party. We'd been there for about 3 hours and I was ready to leave. I noticed he was talking to a friend from work. So I walked over, and when there was a break in the conversation, I whispered, "I'm ready to go when you are." He just kept right on talking. That's when I started to put all the pieces together. I don't think he can see me. I don't think anyone can see me. I'm invisible. One night, a group of us were having dinner, celebrating the return of a friend from England. Janie had just gotten back from a fabulous trip. She was going on and on about the hotel she stayed in. I was sitting there looking around at the others all put together so well. It was hard not to compare and feel sorry for myself as I looked down at my out of style dress. It was the only thing I could find that was clean. My unwashed hair was pulled up in a banana clip, and I was afraid I could actually smell peanut butter in it. I was feeling pretty pathetic when Janie turned to me with a beautifully wrapped package and said, "I brought you this." It was a book on the great cathedral of Europe. I wasn't exactly sure why she'd give it to me until I read her inscription: "To Christie, with admiration for the greatness of what you are, building when no one sees." In the days ahead, I would read the book and I would discover what would become for me 4 life-changing truths after which I could pattern my work. No one can say who built the great cathedrals. We have no records of their names. These builders gave their whole lives for a work they would never see finished. They made great sacrifices and expected no credits. The passion of their building was fueled by their faith that the eyes of God saw everything. A legendary story in the book told of a rich man who came to visit the cathedral while it was being built, and he saw a workman carving a tiny bird on the inside of a beam. He was puzzled and asked the man, "Why are you spending so much time carving the bird into a beam that will be covered by the roof? No one will ever see it." And the workman replied, "Because God sees." I closed the book, feeling the missing pieces fall into place. It was almost as if I heard God whispering to me, I see you, Christy. I see the sacrifices you make every day, even when no one around you does. The act of kindness you have done is not too small for me to notice and smile over. You are building a great cathedral, but you can't see right now what it will become. As mothers, we are building great cathedrals. We cannot be seen if we are doing it right. And one day it is very possible that the world will marvel not only at what we have built, but at the beauty that has been added to the world by the sacrifices of invisible women.